Hi guys, so I wanted to share some automotive history with you. So I'm assuming that you've seen the I bought blank car, will it run and drive on YouTube. There's so many of them out there, but do you know who the first person was? It's Bertha Benz, so wife and business partner of Carl Benz, Mercedes Benz, obviously. And she was also arguably the world's first car thief. So Carl Benz, great engineer, not so much of a businessman. That's where Bertha came in, and she was great at that. Her dowry, she invested into the company. She paid for the patent for the Model 3, I want to say it's called, which is the car she used for this trip. She was just a ride or die for her man. Like, she had so much faith in him, and obviously it paid off. So it was August 5th, 1888. So as of today, it was 134 years ago where she made this trip. It was 65 miles total, which doesn't seem like a lot, but back then, yes. And it took all day. And so with the will it run and drives, there's always a problem. So she left really early in the morning, and she brought her two kids with her. They were 13 and 15 at the time, and they pushed the car away from the house so when they started it, they wouldn't wake up Carl. And it didn't start right away, but obviously she got it going. That's this whole story. Problems along the way, the engine would overheat, so they had to pour water on it to keep it cool. It stalled going up hills, so she made her kids push it, which is maybe the reason why she brought them. I mean, that's what I would do. See, and then a problem she did anticipate for was running out of fuel. So there were no gas stations, but there was a cleaning product that was petroleum based, which you could pour into the fuel tank. They ran out of fuel a little bit before coming up to a town, so she had her kids push the car, like a kind of a long distance, but she got there. And then from then, she would have to buy the cleaning, I forgot the name of it, cleaning stuff from like an apothecary. Like, you could only get it from a chemist. But she bought all of it and put it in the fuel tank and went to go start it, and nothing. So there was a clog in the fuel line. She used a hat pin to clean it out. And then she used her garter to insulate. There was some, I don't remember, something was going wrong. But yeah, I used a piece of her underpants and fixed it. And then there was an issue with the brakes, so she had someone make some leather, basically brake pads, which along the trip, which is that was really cool. Yeah, I love it. So it took all day for her to get to her mother's house, but she got there and sent her husband a telegram saying that she was there. He didn't know she took the car. Like, he didn't know until it was missing from the factory. She just kind of took it upon herself to do this. She wanted to promote the company. She had so much invested, like, in her man and in this business venture. Like, she wanted to prove, internal combustion engines are the shit. Like, awesome. Yeah, they kind of wanted an alternative. Well, not kind of. They wanted an alternative to a covered wagon. And when you think about it, so it was about 30 years before this happened in 1888 in the United States, people were going across the Oregon Trail, like 2,000 miles, like in a covered wagon, dealing with like dysentery and, angry Native Americans that didn't want you there. And then 30 years later, and in the grand scheme of things, is not a long time. And here's some, well-to-do woman going on a nice drive in the German countryside in summer, which is the technological advancements. Like, that is cool. But it really put cars on the map. Like, this is a big turning point. Not even like a turning point. It's like almost the beginning of automotive history. That's crazy. So sucks for Bertha, you know, being a woman in the 1800s, she was not credited as an inventor. And it wasn't until 2016, like, what was it? I have notes right here. 72 years after she died, so she died in 1944, that she was inducted into the Automotive Hall of Fame, and she is now credited as the first person to take a long trip in an automobile. There is a good History Channel documentary, The Cars That Built America, and then there's, on the Mercedes-Benz website, they have like a whole page about her, which is pretty cool. But it was this day, August 5th, 1888, that this happened. But I've been waiting a while to share it with you guys. I was excited. Thanks guys for watching. If you've made it this far, thank you. See you next time.